It's so funny to see so many people give in to this middle of the day rest, just trying to fight the attraction to the bed and never succeeding because they don't understand that it is mostly about 30 minutes to an hour that you feel like that. And afterwards, it's as if you slept. You don't really get that much of a bump in energy from sleeping. You feel better, but you don't really get more energy. You feel the same. In fact, after you slept for 20 minutes or 30 minutes for a power nap, you actually have a lot more to do to get back on track to what you were trying to do. You wake up, all you want to do is eat something, do something else. You slept, you're groggy, and you don't actually want to jump in straight back into action. So you see, you get much more done, not because you go over the state, but you realize that that feeling that you have doesn't hinder your performance. Most often than not, I would go in these states and just end up in the gym and I would lift more and I wouldn't understand because I was feeling like I don't want to go. I felt so tired. I worked all day and then I ate a big meal as soon as I went home and then I went to the gym because I knew by the time that I reached the gym, I would be almost tired. And I didn't want to, if I didn't make myself go out the door, I would not go to the gym because I would be in that state. But now I understand that that state, after I've done it over and over, I went after it, it just lasts for 45 minutes as a median. And it doesn't hinder your performance. You can actually perform almost at the same level, if not higher sometimes, in that state of tiredness, in that state of trying to rest, trying to sleep. You are actually more alert. You are actually more strong. You might feel a little bit numb, but that's just a feeling because of the carbs you are digesting at that second, or just because it's your time of the day to be a little bit tired. Most people try to fix it with diet. People try to fix it with these power naps or trying to do all kinds of things. Sure, those things might work, but you know what works best? Just getting over it and realizing it's just the state that you have and understanding that you can do quality work or whatever you want in that moment. You don't have to give in all the time to your states or to your feelings because you lose all of that motivation that you have and all of that momentum that you've built throughout the day. And then you sleep a little bit and then you have to build it up again until you get to the habits that you usually do, depending on which kind of person you are. If you're more productive in the morning, if you're more productive in the afternoon, usually it is very hard to get back on the horse after you took a power nap. Sure, you might feel better, but take note of all the productive things that you do after you slept for 20 minutes, and you will see that it's not that much, as opposed to the days that you ignore that feeling and you go over it in about 30 to 45 minutes. It just goes away. You start doing something, and instead of trying to sleep, your brain says, okay, I don't feel this anymore. I don't feel the need to sleep anymore. It's just some things releasing into your body, into your brain, and telling you that you might want to rest. It's because it's digesting, it's trying to get nutrients. And that's the thing that happens. And it's not really something where you should form an identity around. Most people say, I'm always exhausted, I'm always tired. That's because they always give in to that feeling. So now that feeling grows more and more and more because their brain goes like, oh, if I give this stupid guy this state, he will always sit in bed and sleep. And our brains really want to expand as little energy as possible. And that is the point. The more energy that you expand, the more energy you put out there, the more you get back the next day. Because it's the same as with running a marathon. You run a marathon not just by doing it the first day, you train for it. And it's the same with the level of energy that you have throughout the day. The more you train it, the more you have it. The more you sit in bed, the less you're gonna have. Start moving, start doing things, start really engaging with life, and you will have more energy. But most people just sit on their phone, or on their laptop, or on their tablet, or watching the TV, and they just sit all day. This is their action, sitting and watching, and sometimes changing the channel or the video. Just start moving, start doing something, start expanding energy instead of trying to conserve it. Because at the end of the day, you're not really conserving it for anything. We have this idea that we conserve our energy in case something happens. Nothing ever happens. You should always expand as much energy as possible, because there is nothing that will come that's more important than the moment that you are in, than expanding more energy. If I said to you, you're gonna feel better if you expand more energy, and the more you expand, the more you get back. Guaranteed. Do it for a month, and you will have, at the end of the month, you will feel 2 times the energy that you felt at the beginning of the month. But nobody does it, because everybody believes, and they form this identity around their core self, that they are exhausted all the time. You don't have to be. You can just go on and expand more energy, and you get more. And you train your body to actually get more out of it, and to expand, and to have this habit of expanding more and more and more energy. It's so easy to do, yet nobody does it.